All right, Sprint Club, barefoot sprinting. It's our favourite pastime, and this is our best time of the week. So we're going to talk to you about its origins and I guess the benefits that you're going to get out of Sprint Club. Because as Ninja says, sprinting is the ultimate expression of being human, and we believe everyone should have a bloody crack at trying to do it. So Ninja, where did it start, man?
Well, I've loved sprinting since I was 6. That's my earliest memory of sprinting. But the way Sprint Club really got started was actually after I'd hurt my knee. So I was a really keen sprinter before that, but in 2011, I did a full rupture of my ACL and I didn't want to have any surgery, and I knew that pure biomechanics through lifting and sprinting was my way to get it done. So, and me being me, I don't like training alone. So I was gathering buddies together to help me, do my work, my sprint work. So, and it just sort of evolved over time. Very quickly, it just became like 20 people out in the park. We're all doing all these different warm-ups and building up our races, so we're getting further and further. And I just developed a system so that a lot of people could be involved. Didn't matter on your ability. You could still have a crack, be involved. A lot of it is because of the way we kind of manage people's intensity and the distance they can run. And also we try and make it fair for everybody to, feel like they're having a chance is by handicapping the runs as well. So we don't want people being defeated, deflated, things like that, demoralized because they're losing by a lot, or people that aren't trying because they're not kind of challenged. So we kind of handicap it so the better runners start back and the, slower runners start towards the finish line a bit more, and so we try and manage it so everybody's going across the line together. So if you have a good run, you've got a good chance of winning, but if you're not quite on the mark, you miss the start or whatever, then you're probably going to come second or third or fourth. Last. But it is the most enjoyable part of our week. We really enjoy all the different elements. So we're getting the sunlight, the fresh air, the grounding, all that pure biomechanics. It just really stretches your body out, but also those impulse forces, you cannot get it any other way but sprinting. So all this rotation through your upper body, it's just the ultimate exercise thing, and it's free.
That's it.
No equipment.
You don't even need shoes.
No shoes, no equipment. You just need some space.
Yeah.
That's all.
Like Ninja said, it's the ultimate corrective exercises, because those forces that are going through our bodies and into our tissues, that stimulus can't be replicated in the gym. And it's the blueprint of our body. It's what our body's designed to do. So that load that's going through our tissues, we can't do it through corrective exercise. So the strength benefits we get out of it, our joints are getting into positions that we can't replicate into the gym. So it is healing. It is absolutely healing, and you can fix pain with it. Obviously, you can become fitter than ever. You can become faster if you're an athlete or if you're a sports person. So it's our God-given right, really. And so no matter where you've come from, no matter what your base, we believe that you can have a crack. You can get out there and do something, and all you can do is improve if we do it progressively and in a graded way. So we know the benefits. We've done it on so many people. We've done it on ourselves. And at Sprint Club, the community side of things, the social, the competitive aspects is what makes it really special, because like the lifts, it's pretty grueling work and you can't really do it on your own. You need that competitive nature. You need to be there for your mates. And sometimes it's special just after a rep, you're there, you're getting your breath back and you talk. And sometimes you have, I don't know for what reason, but we have these amazing discussions at the end of some reps. So I feel like the body work, it really kind of is a vessel to tap into some deeper stuff that might be going on. And it's the best part of our week. And we normally finish sprints and we go, oh, how good has that week been? How good is this? Being out here in the elements, even right now it's winter in Melbourne. It's freezing after sprints, the feet are numb. Never rains at sprints, so, keep in mind. But it's cold, but you're out there, you're exposing yourself to the harsh climate. But you've got to get the work done, but also it feels good to be out there when no one else is out there. Either it's too hot or it's too cold. People are cozied up, living the comfortable life, but you're out there putting in the hard work, and that's what makes it special.
Yeah. And with sprinting, just like any exercise, it is a practice. So the more you do it, the better you get at it, but the more in tune you get in with it as well. So we encourage people to build it up and see it as a long-term thing. It's not just a instant gratification thing. You want to be thinking, I'm going to do this for a long period of time and really explore it and then get the benefits out of it. And like Aaron was saying before, you get on a different frequency when you're kind of taxing your body. You're doing these efforts. A lot of them are less than 20 seconds. Most of them are less than 5 seconds that we do. But you're really tapping into something really primal, really just industrial in your body. And that just kind of your heart and lungs really open up, but things open up in your brain as well. You're on a different frequency. Endorphins are rushing around.
The pressure or something.
Yeah,
and saying you're running 100% compared to when you're trying to beat someone's different. So I think that's what Ninja's trying to say. It's like every sinew in you is secreting and opening and pressurized.
Yep.
So we believe it's a detox. You know, the way you feel after a 150 meter sprint, you're gasping. Everything in your lungs feels like it's expanded, and there's not an area that hasn't had air just sucked into it and sucked out of it. So as a way to get rid of inflammation and phlegm and build up and crap, it's the ultimate secretion tool, the ultimate detox tool. So, you know, if you're a steady state cardio kind of person, you're a middle distance to long distance runner, even though that's good for fitness, are you really opening up all these nooks? Are you really allowing your lungs to fully expand and contract? Are you getting that competitive just fire in your belly where you just got to do everything you can to fly through that air to hit that line first? And that's what a lot of people aren't getting, are they? As soon as you finish playing competitive sport, when you're maybe a kid or a teenager, whatever it may be, when do you ever battle it out with someone? When do you ever get that kind of emotion where you just want to win? You know, and that stuff is healing in itself too, not just the stimulus on your body.
Yeah, and just thinking of some real specifics of sprinting as well, like there is a real focus on yourself when you're on that start line. You've got to be steady, you've got to be tuned in, you've got to be focused on yourself. You can't anticipate. You've got to set yourself up in these angles that give you the best opportunity, optimal, you know, to race out, get that horizontal velocity going. And then when you're running at top speed, you want to have this element of relaxation as well. If you're doing this, you're tightening up, you can't move as quickly if you're tight. But if you've got this loose jaw, you can
the cheeks are just bouncing.
Yeah, things like that. You're going to run better. But it takes all this practice and focus to be able to do that, to be run relaxed type of thing as well. But still have that fire and that aggression and that, you know, to really try and win. Yeah, that grit. So it's like this blend, this recipe that's just so unique, and the racing over 150 that Aaron and I do.
It's brutal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something that's developed over time, but it's something quite special as well, because there is tactics and relaxation and all these other.
It's strategy, but it's hard work. It's grit.
And you're going flat out. Less than 20 seconds. But
it's awesome. And then, just to add to that too, just that feeling of the tension. Like when Ninja said, you've got to see it as a long-term thing. If you gauge yourself off how you feel after one sprint, you'll never come back because you'll be so sore. Like if you're not conditioned for it, your feet, your calves, your ribs, all these places that you didn't even think had muscles will be so sore. But you got to see that as it's conditioning, you know, because after 4 or 5 weeks, that'll be gone and you'll be like, wow, I'm actually a lot more conditioned. I'm a lot more robust. But then you have these feelings sometimes when you're running through a race where you actually feel like you're a tensioned up traction suit, where even when you're not actually putting impulse force through the ground, through the air, you can actually feel like your musculature is making you fly. And when you feel that, you can't unfeel it. And that's when you know that you become hooked, because you just want that feeling all the time. And there's an element of success that you feel that your body is in tune to a certain level where you can perform and win.
You're chasing that feeling all the time. You want that zone where you feel like you're 10 foot tall and you're this wide, or when you're coming out of the start, everything is working together. It's all connected. Everything is propelling you forwards.
And you're always looking to improve, aren't you? You have a rep that's not bad, that's bad. You finish the rep and you're thinking, what did I do wrong there? You know, and so the next rep, you're trying to strategize on how you can improve your angles, whether you were too upright, you were heel striking, you weren't really finding those angles, you know, pumping your arms as much, you know, and that can change any given week, you know, so you're always looking to improve. So it is a practice. And we've been talking about this lately with our man Scotty, who's basically a meditation expert, and he said when he first started doing that, it's hell, you know, it's hard, you don't want to do it, it's a chore. But after you've done that practice for so long, it becomes spiritual. And it's the same thing for sprints too. Like when we do it now, even though it's hard, it's still ingrained. It's ingrained, but we're trying to improve all the time. But it is spiritual, you know. So yeah, we encourage you to find those activities where you are in flow state and that do feel spiritual. But we know that, yeah, because everyone's a human and it's in our DNA, we think sprinting should be something that everyone tries.
Yeah, just adding to that little bit as well, like it is the ultimate inside out rather than outside in. So we don't looking at environments, you know, the environment's the same for everybody, but what can we do? What little changes can we make? Whether it's recovery, diet, rest, focus, mindset, processing stuff in our life, things like that before we get there. And it actually helps you process stuff as well because you're on those higher frequencies as well. So there's so many benefits to it, and it's ever evolving, ever changing, and sort of it's the best thing ever.
So if we've sold it well, we really encourage you to book into a session. With sprints though, you probably want to go through either the bodywork or the physical one-on-one training first, just to kind of process you whether you're the right fit. You know, maybe you need to do more one-on-one stuff before you can build up to a sprint club environment. So we'll let you guys gauge, you know, the way you approach it. But if you do want to dive into the deep end, come to a sprint club. It might be a bit of a rude awakening for you, but you got to start somewhere. So like Ninja said, we tailor it to where you're at. You might need to skip every second rep or something like that. But yeah, remember it's all part of a journey on the road, you know. So yeah, that's Sprint Club.
Yeah, get on the pathway.
Get it done.